The Red Dirt D&D podcast is brought to you by Pro Laser Cuts. The Oklahoma company provides pre-made and customizable design laser cut dice towers, tokens, and more, developed by a gamer for gamers, and now available to enhance your tabletop game. Pro Laser Cuts products can be found at many Oklahoma City area game stores, local events, and now available online at prolasercuts.com. That's laser and cuts with a Z, Pro Laser Cuts. And by SD Way Gaming, where dice goblins unite. Our friends at SD Way Gaming celebrate the beautiful dice players handpick for their games and splendor. SD Way Gaming has expanded to include many tabletop gaming varieties, accessories, and similar fun necessities to include a service for your dice addiction. You can shop for a variety of products at sdwaygaming.com or find SD Way Gaming on Facebook. Welcome to Red Dirt D&D. I'm Michael Cross, and I play Gideon Block, a paladin of Daga, bringing her justice to the wilds of Ritoya.
I'm Konnor Shenold, and I play Konnor with a K, the Kobold Sorcerer who's finally out of the bag.
I'm Johnny Payne, and I play Zonimus Dinar, a roguish warlock controlling his fate with chaos.
I'm Kiri Hester, and I play Poppy Tealeaf, a highborn halfling druid who has forsaken her family for the call of the frontier.
I'm Brooke Bullock, and I play Mokrin Stoneshaper, a young dwarf sorcerer wielding his arcane gifts to delve into the mysteries of the wilderness.
And I'm Ash King, your dungeon master. Join us now for Tales from the Callban Frontier. After a day of rest and several days of travel, the object of your search has just come into view. The Mesa that Wiley has been using as a hideout looms tall and impressive ahead of you. The afternoon sun slowly beginning to descend as Dreaming Fox stops you in a area of more scrub cover so that you can kind of hunker down out of sight and watch and see if perhaps a caravan is on its way. The Elven scout takes point, hunkering down and turning his superior vision and hearing towards the mesa. It's strange. The elves, for as wild and as active as they can be, they know when to be still and when to be quiet, and it's almost as if Dreaming Fox turns into a statue where he rests, watching and waiting.
Poppy.
Yeah.
Maybe if you could turn into maybe a smaller bird and look out as well. Maybe you could see. What time of day is it?
It's coming up on sunset.
Yeah, it's kind of that dusk, kind of that magic hour.
I was thinking about that, about just kind of doing a couple of big loops, seeing what I can see. I imagine if there's any caravans coming, they would be coming from the east or maybe the southeast, kind of from that angle. So I was going to kind of go out that way and just kind of see if I can't see any little ants marching on this way.
That's a good plan. That way we can keep an eye out just in case. What do you guys think? If we don't see anything by morning, we head out?
What do you mean head out?
Back into the mesa.
So we either wait for a caravan to ambush and go in that way, or we just, no caravan shows?
Gideon, if we can find a caravan, Gideon would like to take their clothes.
Right. I don't want to go into that main entrance regardless.
Mm-hmm.
But if we do find a caravan, we could maybe take their clothes, maybe see if we could get some information from them, but we still enter through the night. But if there's no caravan coming tonight, or do you want to wait a full day just in case? I want to go in as close to dark as possible.
So let's wait tonight. No matter what happens, let's go tomorrow night.
Exactly.
If a caravan comes tonight, we take it and seize the opportunity. Tomorrow during the day, we rest. If a caravan comes by, do we let it pass, or we try and take it in daylight?
I think we play it by ear at that point.
Okay.
But I think we should take, if a caravan comes, we should try to take it, depending on how hard. We also want to make sure if it's 50, 60 people strong, we're certainly not going to.
We ain't going to do nothing foolish now.
And we can see the mesa from here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, Dreaming Fox has gotten you guys into a real good spot to just keep an eye on it.
There's kind of like a This caravan will be coming on like a little makeshift road kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
That's what I imagine.
And we're
that it
probably
would be.
over here hiding, right?
Yeah.
Solomon's is kind of looking around and realizing that he's been here before. He's seen the Mesa from this vantage point, but it was from the other side of the road. So he looks at Gideon and says, I'm with you. I'm here, all right? We see the caravan, we strike. And he disappears into the darkness and goes over to the other side of the road, off of it a little bit,
Okay.
drops down to his knees, looks back at the group, looks over at the Mesa, and is very recognizing this vantage point of the Mesa. And he lays down, face first, and is just still, like he's laying there for dead, hoping someone comes and gets him.
Okay.
He's been here before in the same position.
First off, question for the DM. How long would it take Konnor to get to
That's so
the
angsty.
Mesa?
So in order to maintain a safe distance, you are still a ways away from the Mesa. It would probably take, I'd say, a good hour at least of
I could always
more travel to get
drop
to
them off.
Connor, do you want to scout out this location? You can turn invisible. And don't-
Yeah, I can go and see and try and be back before too long.
Don't put yourself in any danger. Run from anything.
Of course.
I know you do. That's why I've picked you. I think you could be the stealthiest of all of us. You could maybe even see if you can find this entrance.
Yeah.
But don't take any risks.
All right.
Be invisible, be sneaky, and get back to us, because I think we'll have another long rest before we actually sneak in.
All right.
I could go with him.
wait.
Dwarves are natural sprinters.
I know you are, but we're going to keep you here just in case we have this caravan. I want you by my side.
Oh, that's a good idea.
I have a plan. Connor, before you go, I'll put a little hand on you. Trust me. And what kind of animal do you want to be? I can make you a fast animal, like a rabbit or a wolf or a coyote. Try to be, blend in.
I think coyotes are pretty prominent around here.
Do you want to be a coyote?
Sure.
You can be a coyote for 1 hour. That'll get you 2 there, and then you'll have to be invisible when
There you
you're
go.
around there.
That's
fine.
perfect.
And then you're going to have to just run back on your own.
Well, get him there faster. Get him there faster.
It will
Yeah.
get him there
Yeah.
faster. So there you go. That's hopefully
a
we don't
coyote
need
now.
that 4th level spell later.
Right. We have a plan.
Yeah, that's cool.
So the target's game statistics, including mental ability scores, are replaced by the statistics of the chosen beast. And we used jackal stats for coyote last time. So it'll get you there fast, and it is like an okay perception so that you won't get super caught, but then you're on your own. But your speed is like 40, I think, instead of 30.
Okay.
Just a smidge faster. But I also haven't gotten to use that spell yet, so.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So you transform Konnor into a little coyote. So that
Slightly brass colored, just a little bit more yellow.
a little
more
bit of a
sheen to-
sheen to the fur that you see in the dying afternoon light.
Bright brass colored eyes.
As you are kind of trotting down the road as this coyote, you do start to see coming from the southeast is a cart.
Okay.
A couple guys on horses, pretty decent covered wagon. It's obvious they mean business. Pulled by, a couple of sturdy oxen as they are headed up the road, approaching the Mesa.
So I said that I was flying in a kind of south-southeast-east direction. So presumably I would see them as well.
Probably see him before any of us.
Probably.
Yeah,
So
you see the dust being kind of kicked up off
I
the
can
road.
see Konnor.
What kind of burb are you?
I'm my red-tailed hawk.
You red-tailed hawk. Yeah, I would say that you could probably see. You look to confirm, and you find, the little brass coyote that is Konnor.
Okay, so I'm going to fly down and flap a wing in the general Mesa direction, hopefully conveying the message. If you want to keep going, you can. I will take the message back. Or you could come back. I don't know. And then I will go back to camp
Okay.
and be like, hey, there's a cart. A couple of guys, couple of oxes. It's a covered wagon, so it could be a Trojan horse kind of a situation. I don't know if you guys read that book, but there could be more guys inside. But it exists. You said you wanted it.
That's what we're looking for.
It's a couple miles southeast of the Mesa.
2 men in a covered wagon.
That's what I could see. There could, like I said, there could be more men on the inside.
Well, I would say, so you saw there were a couple guys on horseback kind of acting as guards, and then there
then
was
the
like a
wagon, so
driver,
there's at
and
least-
then like a shotgun guy with him.
At
So
least 4
guys.
And they were just 1 head, 2 arms, 2 legs shaped.
And is Zonimus lying in the middle of their way?
No, Zonimus is off to the side. Like
He's not lying in the road. He's not that
If
sad.
they look, no, this is where I was found. You guys remember this? The story I told you. Where Zonimus was found.
But I feel like this. You are trying to be found by them, as in.
If they see me, they see me. If not, no.
Okay.
And we'll have somebody on the other side of the road for the ambush.
Exactly. Well, we wait until they get a little closer. Does Konnor come back, or does Konnor keep going toward the mesa?
So I'm going to pull off to the side of the road out a ways. Any other thing I can try and see about this cart that maybe I would think that, they've got this or they don't got this, I need to go back.
Give me a perception check.
Is that my perception or is that the coyote's perception?
It'd be the coyote's
According
perception,
to the
'cause you are
spells, the coyote.
polymorphed
Okay.
into a coyote.
And I think they have.
So-
Don't they have an advantage on perception?
So your perception, you have a +3 to perception.
Is that any bonuses for sight?
Any
No,
advantage?
just hearing and smell.
Okay.
Well, can he use smell to detect on how many people are there?
Not a lot.
So
All right.
you get advantage.
Okay, so I'm going to use my coyote senses to try and perceive anything extra dangerous about this cart or anything like that. That's a 21.
So the 21, you do get the distinct sense of 4 people, as well as the scent of the animals. So the horses, the 2 horses and the 2 oxen that are pulling this cart, definitely that scent of gun oil. So they're armed, they have weapons. That's kind of what you get from that.
Okay, so I say for them, there's 4 people I left back at the camp. And so I think I will continue on to fulfill my mission
Okay.
of scouting.
By guessing how far away the mesa is, I know it's kind of just a guessing game, but if I were to use gunfire, do I feel like that would arouse suspicion at the mesa, or do I feel like it's far enough away to where the sound of gunfire would not be heard?
No, I would say you get the sense that with what you have been told about how, with the distance from where you are to where the mesa is, and with what you've been told as far as the elves have seen people come and go, but they haven't necessarily seen people around. You get the sense that more whatever they're doing in that mesa, they're doing inside of the mesa. So even if you were to fire off your gun from the distance and probably from the sheer amount of rock that's between you and ears that might hear you, if on the off chance they did hear it, it would be so severely muffled that they probably wouldn't be sure what they heard anyways.
That's all I needed to know. Okay, so I'm going to take a defensive position behind a bush and over by Draven Fox and get ready to...
I kneel down beside Gideon. I got an idea. I think I can do this.
All right.
You know that dimension door thing?
Yeah,
I think I can get us right inside the wagon.
let's do it.
All right.
We don't know what's in there, though. We're not going to appear inside of a box or
Well,
anything like that.
that's the thing. It's kind of a guess of how high they got it stacked up. If we pop in maybe a foot below the ceiling, then we might just kind of drop for a moment. But they're probably not in boxes. Now, if they got it stacked all the way to the ceiling, I don't know what
Put us
happened.
right next to them.
We could do that too.
go
Let's
on
just
top.
put it right next to them.
Okay.
Then we're ready to attack.
I can do it.
Yeah. All right. And I have also, just for flavor, I have gotten rid of my rapier and the long sword, and I just have the scimitar, the hunting rifle, and my revolver.
Your pistol. Okie dokie. You all wait and you watch as the caravan makes its way along the road.
Fellas, come in. There's a couple of guys. There's at least 4 guys. We're gonna try to get their clothes, because Gideon has a thing for these guys' clothes. So you can kind of just stay where you are, and then just kind of oh no, you didn't know there was a guy over here. That would be cool.
That was way more than the word limit, but it's fine.
Over and out.
And I put it back in my pocket.
I'm gonna look over.
Or just
I'm just gonna I'm looking towards the mesa. I'm gonna lift my head over and look back towards where I left them. Do you guys look like you're trying to hide?
Oh, yeah,
we
we're
are.
definitely
You're not just standing there in the road with guns.
Give
Like,
me
okay.
stealth checks.
Then
Hey, since we are doing this, pass without trace.
Yes.
So if you're within 30 feet of me, you get an extra 10.
Yeah.
And are you trying to hide Xanos or just play dead?
When I hear hooves, I'm gonna try to like wounded arm, crawl on my hands and knees, but only using one hand.
Okay. Put up a big show like you did.
Keeping my face hidden from them though.
Okay.
I'm gonna make them all look at me if I can.
I mean,
Try to draw their attention.
We're gonna talk about chaos. I'm the one going, hey, over here, and they're all hiding.
So, what do we all get?
28.
28?
Modified 24.
Modified 24?
18.
18? And if anyone was curious, Dreaming Fox got a 26
Yay.
on his stealth. So you are all well hidden on the side of the road.
Wait, I am mounted on wildfire. Do I need to roll for wildfire?
Yes.
He is 17.
17, okay. You're all well hidden on the side of the road. The caravan making its way. One of the riders does see Zonimus on the side of the road. Actually, give me a performance check, Zonimus. Let's see how well you convince them that you are harmless and injured.
Sure, I'll prestidigitate a foul odor of infected wound. 10.
So it's not the world's most convincing performance because you're not really bloody, and these are caravan guards, right? So they've seen a lot. So that does actually put them on alert. So I'm actually going to give them perception checks.
Okay.
So there's one guy who got a 3. So yes, he is more focused on Zonimus. One guy got a 15.
So far, so good.
So far, so good. That's a 10. That is a 14.
Yes.
Okay, so even though Zonimus's performance is not that convincing,
It's at
they
least
still
distracting.
do pay more attention to him and they don't notice the party off to the side. You do see like that guard that had kind of stopped immediately, just like pulls out a pistol and just aims and is like, "Ain't nothing here for you, stranger. Move on."
I'm gonna hold my hand up, my good hand, because I'm still acting like I'm nursing one. And I'm gonna slowly pull that hand back inside my jacket. And I'm gonna slowly pull out my flask and hold it up to him, kind of rattle it. There's some liquid in it.
Yeah, he just looks kind of like just confused at like what you're trying to say to him.
Well, I'll put it back up. I'll stand up. Perfect condition, perfect health. Using my arm I've been nursing, brush myself off. Move along, you say?
Yeah, ain't nothing here for you.
All right. I guess I'll just head on that way and turn and start walking towards the mesa.
Yeah, the guy still looks like very confused and like looks at his confusion.
I guess I'll head on away with your backs turned to the other side of the road. Before I go, do you want to see a card trick? And I'll pull out my cards.
Oh, that's the signal.
Was that a signal?
Anything should be a signal. What's
Roll initiative!
What's on this gonna do? I don't know. Those guys got their back to us, seem to be blocking the way.
All right, Zani.
Always.
12.
I'm still doing better than me.
19.
Modified 23 for Mock.
23 for Makrin.
9.
All right, and then my guys are gonna go on
On what?
10 caravan guards, and then Dreaming Fox, we'll just slot him into spot 6, just in case you need him. So, you guys will get a surprise round because they did not spot you. Well, everybody but Zonimus gets a surprise round.
I will say I do have to be careful.
I'm still sitting here holding
because I
cards.
am concentrating on his polymorph.
Oh no!
No, he's
oh
not.
no!
No, you
Pass
just turned-
without trace.
Oh
no.
Oh no! So yeah, all of a sudden, like around the mesa, there's just a little, and there's a kobold.
So I poof back into being my actual self with no warning, cast invisibility on myself.
Greetings and salutations, my friends. I'm Michael Cross. So great to have a moment to talk with you during this mid-show break. First off, I want to invite you all to join us as Patreon members. The money we raise helps us pay for things like the music and sound effects you hear on the show, as well as money to go to events and make new fans. When you become a Patreon member, you get our episodes 4 days early, bonus content, access to our Discord server, and full versions of our roundtable discussions. You'll be joining other fans like Scott Wise, Don Mills, Heath Mormon, and the Lady Kate. So join us right now at patreon.com/reddirtdnd. Another way to support us is by getting your very own Red Dirt merchandise. You can find things like hats, hoodies, mugs, and t-shirts. Just click on the merch tab at reddirtdnd.com or reddirtrpg.com. Since 2020, the Red Dirt D&D podcast has been close to another Oklahoma actual play Dungeons & Dragons podcast, D20 to Curtain. And me personally, I've had a chance to work on stage with some of the actors on the show. So when you get done with this episode, you should check them out.
Hello, fellow D&Ders. My name is Jerome.
I'm Jennifer. I'm Jody.
And together with our friends Kara, Timothy, and Jared, we are the cast of the D20 to Curtain podcast, where Oklahoma theater geeks and their friends hit record and explore our new addiction to Dungeons & Dragons.
We think D&D is more than just a game. It helps us tap into the enduring power of storytelling.
We combine live gameplay with behind-the-curtain episodes to share our experiences, insights, habits, discoveries, and passion for D&D with anyone who will listen.
We hope D20 to Curtain will make you laugh, cry, maybe even make your experience at your table even more satisfying. Check us out anywhere you listen to podcasts or visit us at d20tocurtain.com or at D20 to Curtain on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
We look forward to having you. All we ask is that you have fun, be kind, and play the role.
If you're looking for more content, make sure to check out our YouTube page with Mysteries of Beatrix live every Wednesday. Keys from the Golden Vault from the Red Dirt Outlaws dropping every Tuesday at noon, and Plausible Deniability every other Thursday at 7 p.m. So come check it out at youtube.com/@RedDirtRPG or search for Red Dirt RPG on YouTube. And we would love to hear from you. Find us on social media at Red Dirt RPG. You can also get in touch with us through our website at reddirtrpg.com. In the meantime, make sure and subscribe to this podcast and leave a comment on your favorite podcatcher so others can find us. All right, I think that's everything I need to tell you. Right now, let's head back to Red Dirt D&D.
The caravan has been stopped in the middle of the road by Zonimus, giving us a interesting performance and did act as a distraction. So Makrin, you have a surprise round. What would you like to do?
Woohoo! So, could I maybe take just a tiny retcon moment and say that as we see them coming, I might have stoned Aegeus to myself up?
I'll allow it.
Thank you, great and benevolent DM. So he did that, and now in the surprise round, he connects with Gideon and casts Dimension Door, dropping us right behind the two guys in the cart.
Okay, you hear some surprised shouts of these two guards as they look back up at you, or oh, there's more of them. So is that all for Makrin?
And that is his action, yes.
All right, Gideon.
So we're in melee.
Yeah. You're in melee range.
Then I have my scimitar and my shield out, and I will attack. Let's go with the guy who's riding shotgun, right?
Okay.
So we're on the cart.
Yes.
Makrin?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Do I get advantage because they?
Yes, they are surprised.
Yes. 28 to hit.
28 will hit.
11 points of damage. Second attack. 17 to hit.
17 will hit exactly.
For 10 points of damage. And that is it for me.
All right. So, Zonimus, since you were not technically hiding, you are not part of the surprise round. I'm so sorry.
It's fine.
But you can take reactions now. The caravan guards, having gotten a 10 on their initiative, but being completely surprised by the party, are not part of the surprise round, but now they can take reactions. Poppy.
How far away am I?
I would say that Dreaming Fogs had you guys, I would say 30 feet off the side of the road.
Great. So I'm going to use my action in the surprise round because I don't always get a free action where I'm not going to get killed. I'm going to turn into a bear.
Okay.
A brown bear this time because I can turn into the big boy bear now.
Yes, you can.
So I will turn into a bear and I will run towards them and roar.
Okay. Dreaming Fox will pop out from where he is hiding. He does have a longbow, so he will make 2 shots at the guard that Gideon just hit. So, 21. So there will be 9 more points of damage. He will shoot again. 23 for an additional 4 points of piercing. And that will roll us back around to Moran.
Alrighty. With his warhammer, the one right in front of me.
Okay.
Boom.
The driver?
Yep.
The one that I hit.
The one that you hit.
That's
same one.
the shotgun.
Yep. Same one. So 18 to hit.
Will hit.
And
Okay.
10 points of damage.
He is looking really bad. Is that all for you, Moran?
That's it.
Okay, Gideon.
Okay, I don't want them to act, so I'm going to rebuke the lawless using my channel divinity, and I'm guessing everyone is within 30 feet of us now. And they all need to make a con save, DC 14.
6, 11, 5, 7. Nobody succeeded.
Yeah.
So they are all stunned until either somebody shakes them out of their stupor or they take damage.
Right. So, Zonimus, have fun. But we need to leave one of them.
My turn?
Your turn,
All right.
my
I
friend.
suggest the driver.
So, which one's closest to you?
I just attacked the driver.
So yeah,
the
he's got the guy riding shotgun and the driver, and you have Moran and Gideon right behind those 2 guys.
Okay.
Then there's
so
one
for the
horseback
one
guy.
riding shotgun, I will, because
take
the last thing I said was pick a card, any card. I'm not going to say, all right, I'll pick it.
You do have advantage because he's stunned.
Yep. So 19 plus.
Will hit.
There you go. And I'm going to be throwing the card of the blade.
Ooh.
And at the start of its next turn, it takes additional damage equal to half of the sneak attack that I roll right meow.
Okay.
Which is going to be...
We'll see if he even survives this
I was going to
roll.
say, I don't know if
He looks pretty bad.
Yeah. So right now it's 8. It's taking 8 points of damage. And it is about to take another 14.
You nick the jugular. Oh no! With this card flick, and yeah, he's just.
All right.
You guys are just
I'm going to dash back to range and pop my hand out, and my turn's over.
Okay. Well, it would technically be the guards' turns, but they are all stunned and will remain
or
so until later. Poppy, you are a bear.
I am a bear.
The
So
horses and the oxen are somewhat not very
Jittery.
pleased. Yes. And if the horses are panicking because of the bear,
would they run away
that's what I feel
without
like.
somebody to pull them?
Yeah, I feel like they would basically buck the 2 guys off.
Which would be very funny.
And I'm actually going to give them both damage.
I win just by being a bear.
So I will say this does kind of knock them out of the stun.
Okay.
One's takes 6 points of fall damage, the other takes 3 points of fall damage.
Good.
Because I just did a d6 for both of them because it's just a small little fall. But yeah, but you have 2 guys who are basically prone right now.
Yep. I'm going to pick one. I don't care which one. The one I was threatening is Zonimus because he's my friend.
All right.
And I'm going to multi-attack here. So
Okay.
our bite will be a 22 to hit.
Will hit.
I know it's advantage, right?
Oh. I crit on the claws. And usually we have advantage.
Yeah,
because he's
'cause they're
prone.
prone.
So we'll roll one more time on that bite to see if I crit. I don't. I rolled the exact same thing. So the claws are what crit. And the claws were 2d6. So now it's going to be 4d6.
Oh boy.
So the claw damage is 16 slashing. And the bite damage is 7.
Yeah, he's looking a little bloodied. So that would be it for our puppy bear. And we will go back to Dreaming Fox, who, for this turn, since we do have the two guys who are prone, and he sees that you are trying to do something, he's actually just going to hold his action until he can get in a good shot. Makrin.
All right. So the two guys on horseback, they're now prone. One of them's looking really bad.
One look real bad.
There we go. So we're going to go after the driver with the warhammer.
Don't.
But non-lethal. Can we call that? Right?
Yeah, you can call.
Yeah.
So you can call non-lethal. You will just pull him out of the stun.
Right.
Oh, he's stunned right now.
Yeah, I'd leave him.
There you go. So Gideon maybe sees Makrin swinging the hammer back.
Hold. Take care of the cart.
What? Oh yeah. Okay. Boom.
Yeah, you have
So
these two
then
oxen who are kind of like shifting and freaking out.
Makrin reaches down, grabs the reins, and holds them steady.
Okay, I will, in this case, require an animal handling check, because you have never dealt with these oxen before. They don't know you, you don't know them.
A natural 16.
Natural 16?
Not bad.
Okay. So yeah, with a natural 16, I will say that you can manage to get them under control.
Good. That's where we need it, because I would hate them to run off right now.
Gideon, you're up.
Do the horses, where do they seem to be going? Are they just going back home?
The horses are just kind of running off in a panic.
But they're not running toward the mesa.
Doesn't seem like they're going anywhere specific.
Good, that's fine.
They're freaking out.
You could always, if you want Dreaming Fox to maybe go after them.
I was thinking that and possibly Thunderstep as well, to maybe try and bring them under control. Let's corral the horses. Take Thunderstep with you.
He'll give a nod and
I think to Thunderstep, because we have telepathic communication.
you got a special bond.
Right.
But yeah, so yeah, on Dreaming Fox's turn, he will basically go and take care of that for you.
Good deal. And I'm going to jump down, and can I attack the one that got next to the bear?
So the one that just got mauled by a bear? Sure.
Yeah. So he's still alive, right?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So
I didn't hit him.
he's prone, so another scimitar attack.
Mm-hmm.
17.
17 will hit.
For 7 points of damage. Second attack, 24.
Will hit.
For 8 points of damage.
He is still up, but barely.
Yeah.
Zonimus, you're up.
Okay. He's still up, but barely.
And the other guy is also unstunned. He's just still on the ground. It hasn't been his turn yet.
He hasn't been hit yet either, has he?
He fell off the horse and took damage, so he is unstunned.
I'm going to raise my hand up with a bow in it.
Okay. You will have disadvantage because he is lying prone.
I'm going to shoot the bow, see what happens.
Okay. Are you doing the sworn enemy oath thingy bopper?
No, so let me roll a disadvantage. Can I get lower than a 4? No, I didn't.
Okay. Is that all for you?
Yeah.
So now, the two caravan guards who had fallen prone will use half their movement to stand up. There is one that is between a bear and a paladin.
A bear in a hard place.
Bear in a hard place. He pulls out one long sword equivalent and then another shorter little knife and is going to make 3 attacks. He can swing twice with the longsword, and he's going to do one at the bear and the back swing against Gideon. Natural 20 on the bear, 19 on Gideon. Mm-hmm. So that is 2d6 for Poppy.
Oh, that'll be fine.
And I rolled 2 ones.
Because it's a bear.
For 4 points of slashing damage on a crit. And then the other longsword against Gideon. And of course, I roll 6 on the die, so that's 8 points of slashing on Gideon. And then he's going to go in with the short sword on the bear, since he didn't do as much damage as he would have liked on that first hit. But he whiffs with a 7.
Yep.
So that's it for my first guy. My second guy, seeing that Zonimus has shot at him, you moved your full 30 feet back from him to get range. So he is actually going to pull out his own revolver and will take aim and fire at you. Modified 20. So that's 2d6 piercing. So you will take 12 points of piercing damage.
And then I will react.
Okay.
By pointing at him and laughing as you hear the sound of coyotes in the distance.
And then I get a dex save, which will only be a 9, so he will take the full brunt of your rebuke.
Which will be 16 points.
All right, so he is in fuego. Puppy Bear, you're up.
Is it my turn?
Yes.
Okay, same guy. But he stood up. So I do.
So you don't get advantage.
Right. 11 to hit.
11 to, yeah, no, he as you try to bite down on him, he kind of gets his arm up and you just bite metal.
Claws is 18.
18 will hit.
That's fine. Claws do more damage anyway. 9 slashing damage.
Okay, he is looking real rough. Is that all for you, Poppy?
Yo.
Okay. So, we have Dreaming Fox next, who, as Gideon had requested, you see him running along and then runs up beside Thunderstep and just grabs hold of the saddle very quickly, swings himself in, very practiced, very, been doing this for 200-300 years, and goes riding with Thunderstep, and you see him catch the reins of one of the other runaway horses. So he's got one. He'll probably have the other by the end of next turn. So that is it for Dreaming Fox. So Makran, we're back to you.
All right, so I've grabbed the reins and hold it there, and I have one foot kind of cocked up on that angle board that's there in front, and I reach down to my boot and I pull out a dagger and I fling it at the one that is attacking the bear.
Okay.
Ooh, with a natural 18, so that's a modified 23.
Will hit.
And 3 plus 3 is 6 points of damage.
6 points? Nice. Alrighty. Is that all for you, Makran?
And that is it.
Okay. Gideon.
All right.
Your opponent is up, but just barely.
Yep. Scimitar attack against him for 24 to hit.
Will hit.
9 points of damage.
Yes, you slash him. What good? And he finally falls.
Is the other one within 30 feet?
Yes.
Fantastic. I'm going to run over and make my second attack on him.
All right.
With a smite.
Okay.
If I hit. Obviously, I got to hit first, so let's do that first. Yeah, 24, which I believe is 2d8, so...
Yep. Yes, sir. For a first level spell slot?
Yes. 24 points of damage.
24. Oof. All right, yeah, no, he is not looking hot.
Good. Okay. And that's it for my turn.
Okay. Zonimus.
Hey there.
Hey.
I want to shoot at the one next to Gideon, Prince Gideon. And that is 17.
17 will hit exactly.
Fantastic. And that is going to be 21.
Yeah, you pull this bow back and fire. It strikes this guy right in the heart. And you see him fall to his knees, clutching the wound, and then falling forward in front of you, leaving Gideon standing there.
Smile real big, Gideon.
I give you a big wink.
Nod.
So, the 3 caravan guards are dead. One remains stunned for at least the next few moments.
I want to immediately go up and tie him up, and let's get everything off the beaten path here.
Give me a sleight of hand check, Gideon.
Use your fancy rope.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I've got magic rope.
You do have the rope of entanglement.
ropiness.
Yeah, I'm going to use the rope of entanglement. So,
Okay.
Giddy up.
Giddy up is
Giddy
the
up.
code word.
Yeah, and since he's stunned, I believe he automatically fails any dex
dex
check.
checks.
So yeah, so he's just bound and tied. You all pull this cart off the side of the road into the scrub. After a few moments, Dreaming Fox rides back up on Thunderstep, the 2 runaway horses firmly in his grasp. He'll jump off of Thunderstep and calm the other 2 horses down in that very elven manner before looking to you all and saying, well, seems as though you have successfully subdued a caravan.
Can I look inside the...
there's a box.
See what's in there.
Sure.
What they're bringing.
You take a peek inside of the wagon, and it really seems to be supplies. Mm-hmm. Dried food, a couple water barrels, cloth. Give me just a straight intelligence.
Mm-hmm. It's 4.
You don't notice anything particularly off about any of these goods. They just seem to be stuff.
Okay. Then as soon as he's tied up, I think it's time that we ask this guy some questions.
So, with the Caliban sun setting in the west, nighttime, dusk time, you all look to this caravan guard who looks up at you all, very worried, and just asks, well, what y'all want to know?
Red Dirt D&D Tales from the Caliban Frontier is Ash King as our Dungeon Master, Brooke Bullock as Makran Stoneshaper, Johnny Payne as Zonimus Dinar, Kiri Hester as Poppy Tealeaf, and I'm Michael Cross as Gideon Block. Our theme music was created by the cinemagician P.J. Castillo. Our incidental music comes from Jeffrey McBride. Our sound effects and additional music courtesy of Monument Studios, Andrew Sitkov, and TabletopAudio.com. We here at Red Dirt D&D could really use your help in getting the word out about us. If you like what you've heard, make sure to rate us and leave a comment. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, and RedDirtDnd.com. Tell your friends about Red Dirt D&D and share us on social media. And we have new content on our YouTube and Twitch pages. Just search for Red Dirt D&D. You can also support the show at patreon.com/RedDirtDnd. We have several giving levels, including early listening to shows and access to our Discord server. Join us next time as we go deeper into the Caliban frontier.
You head out, Konnor, and Zonimus, you go over and lay down on the side of the road like a dead man.
Have a good cry.
I see a coyote trot past me.
I wink at you.
Thanks.
That's gotta mess with you.
And I think really, I stare really hard and think to myself, all right, I'm here to fulfill the promise. I made you. I'm like total devotion to this coyote running by me.
He sticks his tongue out and just goes.
As he would.
Yeah, Zonimus just pops up and he's like, "You're a sneaky coyote, you brought me to this place, like, what should I do?" Konnor's just like, huh?
Lifts up a leg and pees on it.
Just cleaning himself.
Trying to help you blend in more if anybody is going to sniff you out. You've got to...
I've been blessed. I have been anointed.
My God. Y'all know this is all coming out.
For real.
But it's going back in.
Don't they have an advantage on perception?
I don't know, dude. Let me...
Someone pull up.
I'll pull it up. I have an app. I have a Wild Shape app because I played too many druids. Here's your plug for this app, which is called Druid Shape 5e.
It's an incredible app. I use it as well for my druid.
Over and out. And I put it back in my pocket.
Rocky Talkies.
Rocky Talkies.
What am I even supposed to do with you people?
Not kill us.
Oh, but then that wouldn't be fun.
Okay.
I come back to a dead party.
I'll take
On my own now.
Heroes. So, what did we all get?
28.
28?
Modified 24.
Modified 24?
18.
18?
With the passive.
And then Konnor is
a coyote.
Technically not part of...
I'm once again in the bag.
You're free.
Oh, you are far more important than being in the bag.
Konnor not appearing in this episode. That was...
Sir not appearing in this episode.
That's where we'll get our extra 2 episodes. It's just Konnor sneaking around.
They're just waiting to see how awesome you're going to be on this.
Yeah. He's going to do something really cool.
It's going to be something really cool.
Oh, dang.
What are you waiting for, kid? I don't know. Something cool, I guess. A brown bear this time, because I can turn into the big boy bear now.
Yes, you can. She doesn't have to worry. She doesn't have to care. Her coat is thick and furry. She's a grizzly bear.
Insert bear roar here.
Oh, yeah.
But make it have a Russian accent. Like a Russian circus
And
bear.
I think of my friend Pete somewhere in the green room.
Somewhere in the astral green room, just be like, yeah.
Zonimus, have fun.
Oh, boy.
Well, the last time we had guys stun some you. Yeah. We can talk about the kobolds now.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, remember the kobolds?
Remember when we committed genocide on the Kobold clan in that temple?
Without asking any questions. Just
Right.
To maybe try and bring them under control.
Brothers, listen. The bear means you no harm. Do not fear the bear.
He is still up, but barely.
Yeah.
Barely.
Barely.
Don't shoot the bear.
I'm going to shoot the bear.
No. It's the cutest little blonde brown bear you've ever seen with little braids.
All right.
I know you guys have a super cool bow that you want to use.
You love using your
plan for a
your
thing.
new boyfriend's bow,
Oh,
but
balancing.
It's your bow's bow.
Guys, he's not my boyfriend. God.
Go for it. See what happens.
All right.
you shoot, it lands on the ground right next to the
I'm
guy.
gonna walk over and help him up.
Hey man, sorry about that bear attack.
One, he'll probably have the other by the end of next turn.
I like to imagine Wildfire went and tried to do a herd and dog thing, but he's not a herd and dog, so he's not very good at it.
It's that whole, there's a nice TikTok, and it was a border collie versus like a Belgian Malinois. And the border collie was like trying to like herd the horse in a very like it does sheep, but the Belgian was just like annoying the horse. It was great.
The wolf runs up with a stop sign, and the horse just runs right over.
All right.
I need a sign for when I wild shape that say, "Don't worry, Mockrin, this is Poppy."
I think by now he's gotten.
I got it.
He gets it. He knows.
Do I see a blonde animal nearby? It's probably Poppy.
That's probably Bobby.